Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. All praise be to Allah, the most merciful, the most compassionate, and peace and blessings be upon our Prophet and all the prophets of Allah, starting from Adam until Muhammad. Today's episode will be a very interesting one. In our program, Glimpses from the life of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he will talk about an incident where Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was confronting an assassin, a person, a trained professional killer who wanted to murder the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Anyway, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam during his life went into many incidents where there were many attempts for his own assassination. In Mecca, in Medina, a few times by different people, starting, Qurayshis during the time of Hijrah, they wanted to kill the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Again, and a person by the name of Khalid al-Hudhali in Arafah was collecting people in order to do that. Safwan ibn Umayyah sent somebody, Umayr ibn Wahb, to kill the Prophet in the Medina. But here we talk about an incident, very interesting one as well, regarding how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protected his Prophet. Wallahu yamna'uka binan nas. Because the companions of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam realized that their Prophet was threatened. So they appointed bodyguards to protect the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And his bodyguard in Medina was Az-Zubayr ibn Awwam radiyallahu anhu, may Allah be pleased with him. And this ayah was revealed that Allah would protect the Prophet ﷺ against all people. So he said, Zubayr, I don't need you, Allah is protecting me, go. So here we talk about an assassin, a murderer by the name of Fudfud ibn Khunaqa al-Kinani. Abu Sufyan met him in Mecca, and he was looking for somebody who was a professional killer to send him, therefore, to get rid of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He met with Fudfud and said, Fudfud, I would pay you 20 camels from the best camels that you kill Muhammad in Medina. He said, that's very easy. I've been killing people all my life, sometimes for little. Now you're giving me 20 camels. Oh, that's a good idea. Abu Sufyan gave him a dagger, a poisoned one. He said, you put it under your clothes, you go straight to Medina, you look for Muhammad and kill him. He said, this is a very easy mission, something I've been doing all my life. So Fudfud said, on my way to Medina, at the night, I heard a voice. It was poetry, and sometimes difficult to translate poetry from Arabic into English, unless you are a professional poet yourself. So, but anyway, in that poem, the person, if it's a person, was saying that Allah selected a prophet of guidance to the people, of truth, of mercy. Fudfud said, I was looking for somebody around, I didn't see anybody. Said, I went, approach the place. He was very courageous. Approached the place where I heard the sound from, and there was nobody. Then I said, I am here, listening to you, fearing none. Then he said, I heard a voice from underneath my camel, which says, you try to uproot, to kill a person who was really asking for guidance, inviting people for guidance and truth. He said, I didn't pay attention to it. Anyway, but I realized that it was not a human being because I couldn't see anybody around me. It could be jinn. Anyway, he said, when I reached Medina and reached the outskirts of Medina, of the district of Bani Abdul Ashhal, he didn't know the Prophet. He said, I was finding way to be guided to him. Therefore, I would just kill him and come back. He said, in my way, I found a young boy. And I said to him, where is Muhammad, the Qurayshi, who came to you in Medina? He said, the boy stood up and he was staring at me and he was very angry. And he said, don't you feel ashamed? If you don't look stranger and ignorant, I'd have ordered somebody to kill you, saying Muhammad. You should have said the Prophet of Allah. The man was really astonished. He said, you should have said Muhammad, the messenger of peace of Allah, peace and blessings be upon him. He is sitting next to that curved tree among his companions. If you go there, you will recognize him. You will love him. You will respect him. And you will believe in him. And you will realize that you have not seen anybody like him before and after. The man was astonished. You and I need to just ponder for a while how the companions, the Ansar, loved the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, and how the Prophet ﷺ received their love for him, greater love for them, a reciprocal love of the community, of the great community that accommodated the Prophet ﷺ, that protected him, that gave him all he wanted to do his da'wah when he was rejected by his own people, by his own relatives, by his own kins, to the extent that they're sending somebody also to assassinate him, although he ran away from them to Medina to seek shelter there. Anyway, Fudfud said, when I came close, I recognized the Prophet. And these words of the child, this young man, was lingering in my mind. And I realized that he was really truthful about what he said. At that moment, revelation came to the Prophet ﷺ, revealing to him what Fudfud was looking after. The Prophet ﷺ, when he said, Fudfud is coming, leave him for me. When Fudfud came to the Prophet ﷺ, the Prophet said, Fudfud, you were sitting with Abi Sufyan, Sakhr ibn Harb, in that place in Mecca. He promised you 20 camels to kill me. And you came to that. He said, how did you know that? By Allah, nobody was with us. He said, Allah told me. In that moment, Fudfud wrote a few words, short poem that he sent to Abu Sufyan, and it says in English, this is translation of the meaning, that I have indeed found the truth with Ibn Hashimi. I saw a matter that calls for righteousness and piety. He is knowledgeable of the rules of guidance with justice. He told me of the secret that they had in Mecca to kill the Prophet ﷺ, that I have hidden from all. This will make the end of our episode, but I hope, inshallah, it will not make the end of our contact through this program, through which I am pleased to be part of your homes, part of your life, introducing aspects of the life of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ to you. Therefore, you and I and Muslims and non-Muslims, the people of the world, would benefit from. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.